Hey guys, Clearly Rebecca, it's me, and I am back after a week hiatus to talk to you about books. Again, I love books a lot, but I especially love this next book that I'm about to show you. Ta-da! It's actually a comic book, The Unwritten, by Peter Gross and Mike Carey, and I just love it so much. I read it for the same class that I read Pandora in the Congo for. I made a vlog about that book too. Put a link up here if you guys want to go watch it, and you should because it's awesome. This comic book is about a completely normal and regular average guy named Tom Taylor who is, you know, normal average guy except for the fact that he happens to be the inspiration for the main character in a world famous, wildly successful, well-beloved young adult fantasy magical book series written by Wilson Taylor, Tom Taylor's dad. Think Harry Potter. It's very Harry Potter-esque, but like 10 times bigger. It's like huge. A statistic given by the comic book is that 40% of the people who can read have read the Tommy Taylor series. Like, there's conventions and a whole movie series, and people dress up, and it's like ginormous. And the comic book follows the adult life of Tom Taylor after the wild success of this book series in which the main character is based off of him, and all after the disappearance of his father, Wilson Taylor. Nobody knows what happened to him, or where he is, or whether or not he's still alive. Tom Taylor is jaded, bitter, resentful of his dad for, one, creating a character that Tom Taylor will never be able to live up to, and two, for abandoning him in destitution. He's like dirt poor, and he makes money by appearing at Tommy Taylor conventions and doing book signings and stuff like that, and he hates it a lot. But where it starts really getting interesting is when Tom's existence is called into question. Like his entire existence. Is Wilson Taylor Tommy Taylor's biological father, or did Wilson Taylor steal a poor Romanian couple's boy and pass him off as his own son as a media stunt? Is Tom Taylor actually like a person, or is he Tommy Taylor, the character from the books pulled from the fictional world into the literary world? There's also the appearance of this weird, mysterious, old, powerful, shady society that controls the literature of the world, and they start getting interested and interfering with Tommy's life. So yeah, this book is so awesome because it just raises so many questions that are really interesting and I want to know the answers to, and I want to explore, you know? Not only are we concerned with the questions of the plot, but we're also talking about the division between the fictional world and the literary world, because they are so close to each other. Literary events happen in real world places. When you visit any big historical city, you are walking in a city in which fictional things have happened. You know, London is a place where a lot of stuff has happened. Flying cars have flown through the sky there. And in Paris, a hunchback has fallen in love with a beautiful gypsy girl. And, you know, the real world and the literal world like crash together in actual physical geographical places where you can actually go visit. This metaphor kind of works really well with film now, because when you visit New Zealand, you're kind of visiting Middle Earth. I mean, obviously J.R. Tolkien wasn't thinking about New Zealand specifically when he was writing and creating Middle Earth, but there's that connection now made between Middle Earth, a fictional world, and New Zealand, a real, actual place that you can touch and feel. The whole comic book series explores this kind of blurring of that line, and it's really awesome. And like characters from the freaking Tommy Taylor book series, like this guy, they start appearing in the real world and taking, you know, adult Tom Taylor captive and whatnot, and, you know, people die in gruesome ways. there's bad words and stuff, and that it's not a kid's comic book for sure. It's just a lot of fun. And just so thought-provoking, and I love it so much. This mysterious old shady society controls the world by controlling literature. Like, that's literally what they do. They promote different messages by, you know, promoting different authors at different times, and they can control society and how they think and what they think about by doing so. Spoilers, guys, at the end of this first volume here, there is a story about Rudyard Kipling, the British writer. He wrote a lot of British, like, colonialism and, like, yeah, let's go colonize everybody and enforce our ways of life upon people who don't want them. This shady society basically, like, sponsors Rudyard Kipling and then, like, shuts down Oscar Wilde, another British writer who was against, you know, the whole, the movement of, let's go colonize, guys, patriotism, by making people believe that he's gay. And that actually happened. Like, there was a trial of Oscar Wilde. People thought that he was, you know, gay, and his literary career, like, died after that. As an English major, this is like my dream comic book, because the more well-read you are, the more you're gonna get out of this comic book series, in which the art is beautiful, by the way. It's great. Ta-da! Ooh, that was a bad page. Gruesome stuff. I would really recommend it to you guys. If you guys have read it, then comment. Leave a comment, please, if you've read it. And we can talk about it, because I'm nerdy like that. Anyways, that's all I wanted to do. Recommend this awesome comic to you. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye! A while ago, I finished a book called Pandora in the Congo. And also, I wanted to show you guys what is going on in my part of the world right now. There's like a good